Happy April 7th, y'all. Happy cold spring Monday morning. So over the weekend, Pops built the over the toilet door for me, so it's ready for me to sand and start primering. I got the blue down in the grooves of the stove side cabinet. You know, we all have that where your stove goes, you have that one little cabinet. This is that one little cabinet to the hallway area, refrigerator side. It's got its primer, one coat of primer all the way around. I sanded it the other day, but I need to sand where this blue is. And then it's ready to go with more paint. I don't think it needs 2 coats of primer. I think we can go straight in with the paint. These are the over the toilet framing and shelving components, and these are drawers that will go in the kitchen and or maybe the laundry room, but definitely 2 big ones and 1 small goes into here. And I need to clean up a little bit in here. I've got some stuff happening in the sink. I couldn't salvage the tray I've been using for all of the bathroom cabinets plus this cabinet, so I got some new tray liners. I use the tray liners for my paint tray. Anyway, need to sand this part down and get to painting. Y'all stick around. Let's get this done. Okay, y'all, as you can see, sanded, primed. First. Okay, y'all, it has been actually a couple hours since I finished. The camera wouldn't cool off enough for me to actually film anything. It kept shutting off. So this cabinet on both sides, so this is the side, this is the back, this is the front, first coat of blue. This one was sanded and primed. It's the toilet, over toilet door, sanded and primed, first coat of blue on the drawers. So this has to sit. I got it so warm in here. It'll cure really well tonight. And then I went and did a little bit of yard work. Now it's time to shower. Pops will be home in an hour or so. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for supper. I think it's gonna be a leftover night. See y'all tomorrow. Happy Tuesday, y'all. I've been up, got around, got some things done. Got it hot, almost too hot in here. With the fireplace going this morning, this cabinet is not ready to sand. It needs to be left alone probably till later this afternoon or maybe even tomorrow. But this door is ready for sanding and the second coat of primer. So we're gonna get on that. I gotta go change my clothes and do all those things, and I'll get back at you later. Okay, y'all, second coat primer drying. I cleaned up some of the tarps so I can quit kicking them. Need to go do some meal prepping and some Sunday school organization-y things. And then later today, I think I'm gonna spray the exterior of the building for seasonal bugs, because, you know, spring has sprung. Anyway, I'll check y'all out later. All right, y'all, it is time for the top coat on the front of the toilet cabinet door. Get my paint together, get coat number 1 on. If I get coat number 1 on now, I might be able to do coat number 2 tonight. Today's Tuesday, so by morning I could probably flip it over and start on the other side. So that's primer on Wednesday morning, primer on Wednesday night, Thursday blue, Thursday. So I might be able to have this done by Friday. Pops probably won't put it on until Saturday at the earliest anyway, so maybe we can do this, people. Maybe we can. Let me get to work. All right, y'all. Coat number 1 of the toilet door blue. I don't know what, yesterday's paintbrush I got out and today's paintbrush I got out were new. I hadn't washed them and reused them, and they are dragging in a terrible kind of way, which doesn't make me happy, but it is what it is. We'll make it work. I'm done for today. Well, maybe, we'll see tonight. I might come back and sand and paint tonight. We'll see. Anyway, see y'all later. Just kidding, guys. I'm back. Beautiful day outside. I needed to deal with firewood. I brought some sticks up a couple weeks ago when my mom was here, and we put them in our buckets for fireplace wood. That's the solution we have for now. It worked last year, but it's got a cure. Not sure what's gonna happen going forward, but I need to deal with these other sticks because, as you saw last week, We have all these logs that Pops needs to cut down that need to go in the firewood stack because I had those twigs over there and that's not where they belong. So here I go, get a little more done. Morning, y'all. Happy Wednesday in America. Blessed to be in our great country. We have our troubles like everybody else, but blessed to be here. Yesterday you saw me put the first coat of the blue on the toilet cabinet door. Y'all, it looks rough. It looks really bad. I had a hard time. That was a brand new paintbrush and it had terrible drag. Nothing I could do made it better. This is gonna need major sanding, but I also need to let it sit at least until Thursday before I try to sand it. So this has been sitting since Monday, maybe Monday is when I put the first coat of blue on the stove side cabinet. So today we're gonna sand that down and get the second coat of blue on this. I did see yesterday after we added this blue that there's still white showing inside this groove. Not really sure how we're gonna get in there because the two things I tried didn't get the lip right here. So quit talking, have to work. Okay, y'all, part number 2 on stove cabinet, and 3 of these are for the stove cabinet, 3 are for later, whenever later is if we use more drawers. Just as easy to paint 6 at a time as it is 3 at a time. So, I'm done out here today. I had a barking dog outside. Jules got out of her yard somehow, and thank goodness she showed up at my house instead of going out on the highway. So, I have a dog for the day. It's Wednesday, which means I gotta wash my hair today. Done painting for today. Hey, y'all. We made it to Thursday. It's gonna be a beautiful day. It was 58 at like 4:45 this morning, so I didn't need to start the fireplace to warm it up in here. I'm getting ready to flip this cabinet. So this is the back. This is the side facing the shop from the kitchen. This side's the drawers, and the underside is gonna be the side that goes towards the oven. So even though it hasn't been 24 hours, I'm gonna flip this in a little while. It's not tacky or anything. I need to flip that so I can paint the stove side. Yeah, the stove side, right? Yeah, the stove side. I need to paint this side. And all the other touch-ups will happen once Pop sets it in place. These are our drawers and drawer faces that got their second coat of blue yesterday. Not really a fan of how they're turning out, but maybe they'll get sanded and go for a third coat when I get a newer, better paintbrush. But on our toilet door, I still don't want to sand it. It's only been maybe 30 hours, but I am going to flip it over and do the primer on the white on the back side, because today's Thursday, tomorrow hopefully we're busy after Pops gets home from work, and then Saturday he might try to fit it and put the frame pieces in, which are these. So at least want the primer on it, because that's going to need sanding, and I need a newer, better paintbrush for the blue for that too. So I also have Bible study with the kids. I've got some laundry going. I have a pork belly slab slow cooking in the stove that I got to monitor. So if I can manage these things and Bible study before too long, I'm going to go do some tree limb collecting out in the yard and maybe some other random outdoor stuff. We'll see. Let's get to work. Alright, y'all, just like that. Back of the, stove side of the stove cabinet and the back of the toilet cabinet. First coat of blue, first coat of primer. After that primer dries and I sand it and put a second coat, but I don't know if that'll happen today. If it does, it'll be late this afternoon. And if that happens late this afternoon, then I will put a second coat on here. And then that cabinet is done until it's installed for my part. Let's find something else to do. Talk to y'all later. Hey y'all, I just got in from a couple hours of riding the mower around and picking up sticks and trimming some fence line. Stinking thorn bushes and trees. We got some kind of tree that has spikes on it. I don't know what it is. is. But one of them's down and in the dumpster. Pretty much one will fill the dumpster every week. And that's what I'm doing with it. I'm cutting it down for the dumpster because I ain't gonna deal with it. After I cut it, out it can go. Anyway, this is not really dry enough to paint. I don't want to, or to sand. I feel like this might be, but I don't want to risk it. So I'm out for the day. I did my sourdough. Day 2, rehydrating a starter. Did some yard work. Did some laundry. Did some Sunday school snack projects. Making a scroll out of pretzels dipped in melty chocolate. And the scroll part's gonna be fruit roll up. So I'm gonna give a bunch of kids sugar high in time for church. Not this week, but next week. But it's a multi-day process. So I'm gonna go shower, put the sheets back on the bed, and cool off. Talk to you later.